Pop metal.
All right, welcome back. It's Hot Smell Show. It's hot.
Larry Love.
She's over here falling asleep and Love's like, you need a hit? I'm like, get him,
He had a rock and roll.
Yeah,
That's
we
right.
need a overdose.
Tell me more.
All right, so I guess I don't remember what the date was, but
Yeah, I don't know.
8th, maybe that
That
sounds
sounds
right.
good. Let's go with the 8th.
8th, KIX, our favorite band, go see in this area on the East Coast. Played at a little rinky-dink fair.
Like, I thought our local fair, we had to travel a little bit, not quite an hour, to get to this fair. And I thought our fair was small.
Yeah.
Our fair was probably twice the size of this fair.
No, which one are you talking about? Bergton or Rockingham?
No, I'm talking about Rockingham, our big one.
But it was
Our
more
big
like a
one.
Bergton?
Maybe it's
I
smaller.
swear,
That's the
That
biggest.
it could have been.
That's the biggest little fair in the county, man.
yeah. I was disappointed to a point on the size of their concert
Venue.
venue.
At the Warren County Fair.
I told my wife, I said the stage was about the same size as Shiley Acres, but
We had fold-up
when
chairs.
you have the seating capacity of Berkton Fair, which is like tiny, that's what you had.
And go ahead and tell them about our beer. About the.
I'm only gonna get into a portion of the beer. There was
Yeah.
3 options. None of the 3 are any of the beers that I choose, for a reason I'm not gonna get to in here. And
Beer snob.
yes, I am a beer snob. And it was all of one beer brand.
They were all
And-
yellow. They were all light.
Well, there was 2 light beers and 1 full-on beer.
And they were all yellow,
And
right?
they were, well,
Yeah.
No.
yeah,
They're
well,
all
they were
just
yellow
beer.
in color, yes.
Yeah. But even beyond me.
But that was it. And they served them out of a cooler. It was like, this is like some
we
shady
going
back,
old school,
back
this shit out
behind
the cooler.
the store shit. Like, yeah, this was pretty.
They wasn't even on the tap.
Yeah.
Just get you.
Straight up
Yeah.
cans.
It was straight up cans pulled out of a cooler that had the side of the box cut out on it. On the top of the cooler.
They told you what-
So that's what they knew was in that cooler.
Well, yeah, that's all you
And this cooler has this one that we cut the top off.
At least
the
they were
box.
providing beer.
Yeah, well, that's the only reason why I drank the one beer that I drank.
And we didn't get to.
And I
Yeah.
second guessed myself on that one.
We should have got VIP with tables and
Yeah.
what water.
We would have been
water
1
in
foot
the
further ahead of
bucket.
ourselves.
Yeah,
We were
sit
front row
behind the VIP.
behind the VIP. But then there was like, what, 4 or 5 rows? It was a very sad
But we could have all
seating
front row.
arrangement. I don't know why they just didn't open it up. It's just every man for
Free for
himself,
all.
free for all. Everybody stands up to the front of the stage. But no, everybody wanted to sit down.
But you know what was awesome?
We still got to see them.
Steve Whitman, even with the bads, with sciatic nerve,
Sciatic nerve, yes.
he had to go like
He had to do his little jumps, but he did it like this.
on the mic stand.
No, that's how he did it. That
He's
was
like,
his jump.
He's like, this is what I normally do right now.
But you're going to see it like this instead of like regular.
But you know, you've seen Kicks back in
Oh,
the day,
yeah, man.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
They brought it.
We're going to bring the show no matter what.
Steve, and I told String this, Steve had the whole crowd sing a second song.
Yeah. We didn't have no PG format. It was full on Steve.
Yep.
Tell me,
Or I should say
even-
PG-13 or PG.
He had a little
But-
trouble getting his coat off.
Yeah, well, once he got the coat off, it
Did
was all
they
good.
tell
to
you
go.
that this time to just put your hand down?
We didn't hear it, no, because I was sober. And I was further back.
Because
and not
last
front row.
time, String, just put your hand down.
I was gonna.
If we
So
got
let's reverse this a little bit. So the last time we seen Kicks, I was rather intoxicated, and I was apparently at the front of the stage, which I remember walking in and going up front. I remember talking to people, but pretty much from there on, I don't remember jack shit. Anyway, I do remember you posted a video. Did you see me and my hand going up there a lot? And I was having a good old time. I don't remember any of it, but I was having a good time. And you said that
Steve
Steve was
got
giving
tired
me
of
shit,
high-fiving,
but
yeah.
because apparently I was trying to high five him. I don't know what I was doing. But anyway.
After 2 times, he had enough.
But I was way more sober this time. I only had.
And you enjoyed the show.
I did enjoy it. I
And you
always
remembered
enjoyed. I
this.
enjoyed the show
And
that
you-
day.
And you remembered this
I
one.
remembered this one. So I remembered and enjoyed it because I remembered it.
Yeah.
And they're one of the bands, you know, and anybody will tell you that they live on the East Coast in the Baltimore,
Yes.
DC area. These guys, nobody can even run with them
Yeah,
right
thi-
now.
This is our band. I
Yeah.
mean, even though we're not technically in the vicinity, but I mean, they're an hour
Close
away.
enough, yeah.
So
We go
they're
see
our
them all the
band.
time. But anyway, we met this dude, John.
John, he came up out of the blue.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know,
was-
I'm assuming because I had my shirt on, my Hops Metal Show shirt on. You didn't wear yours. Thought we're representing, but no, he didn't wear it.
I
But
wore a
anyway,
KIX shirt.
but anyway, John came up and he was like, "I watch you guys on YouTube." You probably do. So anyway, long story short, we did a this or that with him. Very cool guy, and he was there with his family. His daughters
Have you
were
posted
there.
it?
And that's what
No,
you'll
we're gonna-
watch.
yeah, they're going to be attached to this video, the this or that.
I was gonna say
So-
might as well, but
And he had his daughters there, so kudos to him for bringing his kids. And
And sign up for Facebook too, John.
yes.
all right, let's
maybe
get
he's
into
not.
it.
Maybe he's
man.
like this guy. He's not on Facebook.
No.
Kind of
And
like
I don't
me,
remember-
where I wasn't on it for a while. But
If this was, we're gonna do Girl Money. And
he didn't. We asked him if he wanted to request a song,
Yeah.
and he's like, nah.
Play KIX.
So
and,
we
I
figured
think
we
I've
would do
done
this
did
for him.
Cold Blood, so, and that was one of the questions, was Cold Blood or Girl Money, and I can't remember, you'll see here in a little bit
Yeah,
what he
I don't
picked,
remember what his
but
answer was either.
we're
Alright.
going with Girl Money.
Let's
Yes.
jump into
So
Because
it.
it's always a good time. And
Yeah.
we heard it that night.
Everybody needs to spend their girl money.
Yep. Burning a hole in my pocket. Oh, we done timed out.
Got the Gavin.
I was sitting alone, but not very long. She had a weakness for coming on strong. She was licking my fingers and drinking my booze. She whispered sweet nothings. I said, "Baby, the truth." What'd you say? Show me yours and I'll show you mine. What'd you do? Ordered a bottle, the finest French wine. Where'd you go? I headed for heaven, but she took the wheel. She took me to the cleaner. She know how it feels. Out all night, time to get started. Saving all week for a bang boom party. Dollar for a drink, dollar for my honey. Burning a hole, gonna spend my girl money. Girl money. Long-legged Rosie from Baltimore took me farther than I've been before. Oh, she loved me for those diamonds and pearls. Took me for a ride, took me around the world. What'd you say? What'd you do? Where'd you go? Go, 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 go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Keep driving me crazy. You know the story I'm speaking of. Champagne, red roses, and limos.
Oh yeah, up and down. That's what I was gonna say after this video.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but sometimes you win. I'm playing the game, I'm paying the price. I'm throwing a party and you're coming tonight. Yeah, yeah. Out all night, time to get started. Saving all week for a bang boom party.
All right.
And just to be on record, he still has the dollar bill glasses.
And yeah, that's
He
still
wears them on that song every time.
and we're gonna see the next one, but
That one, next one's the same way.
same way, and even with the O Ruby, because he says, Ruby from Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
So now the question can be thrown out: if Bon Scott would have lived, do you think AC/DC would have went this route, or do you think they would have went more on the grungier, bluesy way that they were?
Man, that's just so.
I don't know.
Because you think that time period when Bon Scott died, KIX was already kind of starting, Now, I guess Dirty Looks was a little further
Further out.
out, but that style of music was, and you look at the prime now. Is both of those giving homage to to Bon?
I
Because of
think
that
it's
vocal
more than
style.
that.
Yeah.
Because that vocal style, when you hear it, it's like, damn, okay, they listen to AC/DC.
Yeah.
Like, even the bands today, if you hear like that somebody emulating the Bon Scott sound,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, yeah, they're AC/DC.
Yeah.
But so I just wonder if how AC/DC would have progressed if
You don't know.
Yeah, that's
That's the thing.
because they definitely progressed after Brian Johnson. There was a total
Yeah, but
different
with
sound.
Black and Black.
But because of Brian Johnson,
I don't think Back
was
in
that
Black would
vibe.
have sounded anything like it was if Bon Scott
Because I
was
seen
I
a
don't
thing
think so.
the other day. I guess it was Back in Black, and one of the other songs, Bon Scott helped write, not lyrically, not what you think, as far as the riffs and all that, because he played a little bit of guitar.
Right.
Is what I'd seen on this video, and that he was coming in to work on some vocals the next day, and that's when he had died.
Wow.
But it's like that because that's what the guy was saying. He said Bon Scott did contribute to Back in Black, but not like you would
I
think,
think
he
he did.
would.
I love when Brian Johnson said, he's like a rolling thunder,
Yeah.
hurricane. He's
And he
like,
was-
I was literally on my porch writing down the weather, like,
Yeah, because what they were in Hawaii or something.
yeah, and it was a storm, and he just sat out on his porch, and that's how the
Works.
song came about.
Yeah.
Same way with Smoke on the Water. After Smoke on the Water, there was Smoke on the Water because the hotel was, and they needed a song to fill the album, and
And look at
Smoke
what it did.
on the Water, and he just wrote the nights, what happened the night prior, and
Yeah.
rock and roll hit, man, rock and roll.
And that's the thing. You never know. You will never know
Right, them
Yeah.
sparks.
what would happen.
But when you
We don't
hear,
have that.
it's like me and him looked at each other. That was Bon Scott.
Oh yeah,
Just that-
from Baltimore.
Yeah, and like I said, the song we're getting ready to do, Old Ruby, all
Same
that,
way.
that when he talks, that's Bon Scott.
Mhm.
I mean,
Oh, yeah. And he
Ruby's
says
got
it too, like,
class when she shakes her ass.
And that takes it back, Bon Scott too. Really.
And you hear, like even in the Cinderella stuff, I hear,
Yeah.
I hear Brian Johnson all over
They
that.
were a huge influence on
Yeah.
so many bands.
And
Yeah,
like
in
I
one
said,
way or
and
another,
they
you
probably
either hear or
still
you
are.
don't. But
Yeah, man. AC/DC is one of those bands that will forever.
oh, exactly.
Forever.
Yeah, I mean,
To get away, yeah, then they can play.
When we did that video, months ago, man, like it was still AC/DC, and they were giving homage to Bon Scott.
like Airborne.
Or Airborne, yeah, there's some other. Or
They
except
ain't hiding it. I mean,
except Balls to the Wall,
Yeah,
like
I
that
mean,
shit
there's so
sounded
many
like
bands.
Bon.
Rhino Bucket.
Well, I was
Rhino
pulling
Bucket,
more
there's
for
another
the newer bands, but
Yeah.
but those bands been around for a while.
Well, you want to jump into because we're 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You-
John, it was nice meeting you at
Yeah,
Warren
man.
County
Thank
Fair.
you for coming up to us at the show.
Thank you for subscribing, and for other people like
And
to
if
subscribe.
anybody else follows us and you're at a
Yep.
show, you think
All
we
those
might be
stuff.
Come
out,
up, talk.
Come up and talk to us.
Yeah, man. These
'Cause it's
they will
always cool.
fucking beat you with a stick, man.
Well-
that bullshit stick will come out quick,
It's-
man.
That's just what we do.
Yeah, in person, man. Yeah, we can throw down some music.
We roll.
All right,
Yeah,
y'all. be good.
we ramble,
Yeah.
ramble on,
Stay
man.
safe, stay strong.
Love, man.
Hey, hey.
Peace, y'all.
We're